Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well. I just got back from the annual AASECT conference, and I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised. AASECT, which stands for the American Association for Sexuality Educators, Counselors, and Therapists, is one of my governing boards as a licensed sex therapist. Although I have been licensed for a few years, this was the first conference I attended. It was held at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in downtown San Francisco, California. There were events that took place Wednesday through Sunday, but I was only able to attend Friday and Saturday sessions. I thought I would share with you some of my takeaways as I found it to be an above average conference. Let's start with the positives. I think the best part of a conference like this is networking. It was pretty awesome to be surrounded by people in my field who I have looked up to and studied on my journey. It was also great to be recognized. I was shouted out by an Instagram follower in my first session, and in front of everyone, she showed me appreciation and validation for the work that I do. If there was anything that would have rid me from my first day nerves, it was that. I also enjoyed many of the keynote speakers. One of my favorites, Dr. Kim Tallbear, who is an indigenous cis woman, spoke a ton about decolonizing the world, and I was blown away by her knowledge. I actually mentioned to some people that I wish I had a beginner course for her speech, as it took me about 30 minutes to wrap my brain around some of her terminology. I also attended a somatic sex educator and surrogate partner therapy panel, which was maybe my favorite part of the conference. For reference, a surrogate partner is a sex worker who is brought in to assist clients in physical intimacy and sexuality. This involves bilateral touching, which means both people can touch one another, and is used as a way of helping heal, learn, and unlock various aspects of human sexuality. A somatic sex educator is someone who sits with a client and helps direct them back into their bodies. This involves unilateral touching, which means the somatic sex educator touches you, but you don't touch them. I've often found myself wanting to be a somatic sex educator, but unfortunately, AASECT does not support it. To wrap up the positives, I was just so fucking happy to be in San Francisco. I had never been before, and the vibes were everything. I can't wait to go back. Some drawbacks, although not many, included too many great-looking presentations at once and not necessarily learning a ton of new information. In my first presentation, I connected with this man named Jim, who has been a member of AASECT since 1981. After some initial pleasantries, Jim told me that I might not find a ton of the presentations helpful, as they may be too beginner for me. I thought that was helpful, as it turned out that was the case. I wanted to learn so much, and unfortunately, I only learned a little. Is that the fault of the conference? Nope. I just need to find presentations on topics I know very little about next time around. There were also too many great choices at the same hour. And because we were getting continuing education credits, I had to choose one and stick with it. I hear this is a common problem at big conferences. But at the end of the day, I am happy to be able to attend the ones I chose. To wrap up, I was asked if I would attend another AASECT conference in the future. I will, but probably not for a couple of years. I'm a huge supporter of this organization, and I feel like with a couple more years and changes to some criteria, it will be more aligned with my expectations, and I hopefully will get more out of it.